What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Carter J all day. Man, so Floyd Mayweather's coming back May 4th. Not that long ago, he announced that he said that Devon Alexander was the frontliner for the IBF welterweight title. It would be to unify the titles. And when I first read this, I was kind of like, damn, really? Devon Alexander? I mean, in my opinion, he's not a bum. He's a pretty good fighter, but I can understand and see why people don't like him. The reason why I was kind of confused was because I don't think that he would draw the crowd for a Mayweather fight. And at this point, Floyd Mayweather, there are so many good fights that he could take right now. I mean, he could fight Guerrero, he could fight Bradley, which I don't think is not going to happen because Bradley's next fight is coming up in March, and Bradley's with Top Rank. And Floyd and Top Rank can't get along. So I think Bradley is just clearly out the picture. Like even for September, I just don't think he would land that fight even in September. Canelo Alvarez, at this point, you just have to assume that he's also out the picture, at least for May. I think there's a possibility that he could fight Canelo in September, depending on who Canelo fights in May and how he beats them. Sergio Martinez, I think that'll be another excellent fight for Floyd, but I just don't think that fight's going to happen either. Sergio Martinez is fighting pretty soon coming up. He's fighting Martin Murray, he's a European fighter. I think Robert Guerrero would actually be, I think that would be a really good fight for Floyd. The word on the street is that Robert Guerrero wanted $4 million. Floyd told him you're only going to get $2.5 million. And supposedly that's what stopped the fight right there from happening, was pretty much. But this fight between Floyd Mayweather and Devon Alexander, I don't think it's 100% fully confirmed yet. If you guys don't know, the IBF actually said, I'm actually going to post this in the link as an article, you guys can read it. He said that they stopped the fight from happening because Devon Alexander was still under contract to fight Kell Brook. And supposedly they still are under contract. So I think Floyd was just saying that to, get people hyped up, stir them up in the pot. I think Guerrero could still be a very, very high possibility. They'll probably have to do some more negotiations, but they'll probably have to do it, real soon. If Mayweather were to fight Guerrero, I think it would be a very good fight. I think it would look good because Guerrero has a decent name. He could draw. I'm not saying he's the best crowd drawer, because if you guys remember when Guerrero fought Berto, the arena was not even sold out. It was not even filled. I don't know if you guys could go back and watch that fight, and the arena looked like it was not even sold out. There was tons of empty seats in that arena. I don't know. I'm not really sure if that had to do with the location or the fighters, but Mayweather's the type, he could go anywhere and he'll sell out the arena. You know what I mean? So I don't think Mayweather would do an Arturo Gatti on him. I think Mayweather would get it on the scorecards. I don't really see anybody getting knocked out in that fight because Guerrero has a very good chin. But it would be a good fight, and I wouldn't mind watching it. Um, yeah, there's tons of good fights for Floyd out there right now, but Devon Alexander, he does have some flaws that I don't see. I just don't see him beating Floyd if they were to fight. Devon Alexander, he does have good speed. Um, he's very good shape. Um, issue with Devon is I see is that a lot of times when he fights, he keeps his guard down. He doesn't protect his face that well. If you guys go back and watch the Devon Alexander versus Lucas Matisse fight, prime example of what happened was when he got knocked down. In his first time in his career, he didn't have his guard up. He's not, to my eyes, he's not like fully flat-footed, but he does have some issues with his footwork. I think he could improve on his footwork. Another issue he has is that it's kind of hard for him to adjust in fights. Now, we know that his only loss came to Timothy Bradley. And if you guys remember, go back and watch that fight. What happened in that fight? Devon Alexander got hit with an intentional headbutt. And he tried to take the easy way out by quitting. And it cost him the fight. And in my eyes, he just couldn't adjust in that fight. I mean, Bradley fought very well on the outside of that fight, and Bradley just outboxed him, and Devon just could not adjust in that fight. And I don't think he would adjust versus Mayweather, because I believe Mayweather's defense and counterpunching would just be too much for Devon. I don't see this fight being, very entertaining for the fans. But it also depends on who's going to be on the undercard of this fight, because if Canelo is on the undercard along with Adrian Broner, I think depending on who their opponents are, it could very well make it a very, very, very good, night of boxing. I think the perfect opponent right now for Canelo is Austin Trout. That is the fighter that Canelo. That's like the perfect opponent for Canelo Alvarez at this point. He needs to go in there and for once in his career be fully tested. He needs to go in there and fight Austin Trout, fight a young, hungry, undefeated fighter in his weight class at 154. And if he could beat Austin Trout, in my eyes, he 100% fully deserves a fight with Floyd in September. There's no questions asked. And if he could go in there and he could beat Austin Trout, he fully deserves it. Period. And but in my eyes, I don't think Canelo could beat Austin Trout. I could be wrong. We haven't seen Canelo Alvarez been fully tested. He's a very good fighter, but he's fighting fighters that are moving up 2 weight classes, fighting fighters that are way past their prime. And Golden Boy needs to stop pampering his ass and get his ass in the ring with top quality competition. At least some other fighters that are in his weight class that are within, top 10 pound for pound. I think Golden Boy has been, you know, given this guy fights that they already know that he's just going to win. And so this is the perfect time for Canelo to rise up and start showing what he's all about. And to me, Austin Trout beat Cotto better than Mayweather beat Cotto. And the Cotto Mayweather fight was a very good fight, I thought. I mean, Cotto only won. In my eyes, he just won a few rounds, but it was a very good, close, competitive fight. But Austin Trout did way better against Miguel Cotto than Floyd did. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this shit was because a lot of people are upset and they think this and that, blah blah blah, that Mayweather's fighting Alexander. But remember, guys, this is not 100% fully confirmed. I don't think we'll know until maybe we get closer till, I want to say, like maybe March or April. We should know 100% for sure. But that's pretty much, what I see right now. I'm not going to believe everything that Floyd says right off the bat. So if you guys think that Mayweather's fighting Alexander, don't be upset about that shit. Just wait, hang tight. I think that he's going to fight Robert Guerrero. They're going to do some more negotiations, and I think he's going to land that fight with Guerrero. That's what I see. That's what I feel. Like I said, if they were to fight, I think Mayweather would get him on the scorecards. I don't see. If Mayweather, I remember when he came out of prison last year, and I honestly really thought that he was going to fight in December. He came out of prison last year in August, September, around that time, and the Pacquiao Bradley fight that just happened back in June. I honestly really thought, man, that he's going to get back in the ring in December, and he's going to still stay on top of his game and fight some top quality competition to try to earn that Pacquiao fight. But thing is, he's been inactive for so long. It's really hard for me to say that he could really get a knockout on Guerrero. If he was more active, depending on who he fought and how he fought, if he was to fight back in December, then I could easily say, yeah, I think Floyd can knock Guerrero out. But we'll just have to wait and see. So don't be upset that if you guys think 100% that Floyd's fighting Devon. Just hang tight, wait, and we'll see he's going to fight for sure. I'll be doing a post-fight video, after Floyd's fight. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.